Let's do number 2. This interview with Lady Envy. Now this time, first we had Tev, now we have the Queen, Lady Envy in the building. Good night to you, Miss Darling.
Good morning, darling. You know how we do.
British Ernie. So look a little dark to me, right? Oh, Martin, some country. Oh, I want to say you can't follow. How you doing?
I get out here trying to set up my Facebook Live.
Oh, yes.
You know how we do it.
Yeah, you know it was doing. So you came in yesterday.
Yesterday morning. 6 o'clock in the morning.
I drag you right in here.
Yes, I'm exhausted.
Only certain people could do that, people.
I'm exhausted. But hey, you my boy, so.
First, I gotta say this. Look here, you got glowing. You're looking beautiful, man.
Thank you, darling.
Shiny, you see I feel a survey, no, I feel an interest in survey.
But no, see, when he asked for an interview with Lady Envy, and he should understand working with me for the past 5 years that Lady Envy and Natasha are 2 separate and distinct different people. Good.
Yeah, but
He does not understand.
No, he don't.
There's Chardonnay and then there's Dana.
All right, then, but he's always Shamari though.
You know,
so, yeah,
and it's true.
You see these ladies.
Gang are you?
So, Lady Envy.
Yes, darling.
I want again to know all your business. Can you tell me tonight you got a lot to spill?
Oh, I got a lot to spill. Okay, you gotta tell me what I'm spilling first.
Well, what prompted you to become a radio announcer slash a team?
What prompted me to? My dreams. I started out at I started at EMI Records working for Janet Jackson and Arrested Development.
Janet Jackson?
Yes. And Guru and Gangstar, if y'all remember your old hip hop. Anyone know Gangstar up in here? Am I the only old head? Okay.
No.
Okay, good.
We got you.
But the artist I was assigned to was Arrested Development at the time. And then I went to Def Jam. I was at Def Jam for a year. And then KRS-One hired me as his personal assistant. But then what happened was I was too young to go on tour with Chris. I think it must have been like 17. No, 17. And Chris called my mom. And my mom was like, look, my daughter's too young to go on tour with anybody.
Typical mother.
Exactly. I suggest you call her back when she's 18, which was just 3 months around the corner. But by that time, I had gotten into radio and I had gotten the radio bug. And I went back to KRS-One for like maybe a month, but it just wasn't the same. So I stayed in radio.
So what you did at Def Jam, man? Is that?
Publicity. I was the one. See, back in the days before emailing, we used to have like college radio stations, and of course you had the mainstream radio stations.
Yeah.
We actually mailed out the CDs and the tapes and the vinyl to the different DJs. Yes.
It's called out groundwork.
And I had a
hard work.
Look,
Sometimes you gotta do it though.
I had to call each station and see, did you get the product? How many spins did you get? What's the reception like? That was hard work back then, child. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what challenged you first as a female to be in a male-dominated field?
Not being taken seriously. Not being taken seriously. So let me tell you, right? When I started touring as a DJ, I would tour with different artists like Elephant Man and TOK and the rest. And what happened is that people would see me because, like, if you know Natasha, Natasha looks like a bookworm. You know what I mean? Exactly. So it would see me, and then I would probably go to the bathroom, change before I went on stage because I really don't like crowds. So I will always keep myself separate.
Still don't.
Exactly. So I would I would actually I would try to survey the crowd first to get the feeling of what kind of genre should I go down. And on top of that, the other DJs.
That's hard to do though.
Not really,
Sometimes you got a big crowd, a huge. When I mean massive.
But no, see, that's the thing. I think DJs nowadays, right? They don't do it the old school way. For me, the old school way was literally just feeling the energy of the crowd. You know what I mean? You just stand there and you just feel the vibration of the people, and that's how you know what the people want. Nowadays people are like, let me just rinse up all these hot tunes. No, so there's a science behind it, huh?
Somebody just kind of selfish music for themselves.
And they try to play everything. No, I can't stand. I try to play everything before you come on stage
because they're trying to feel the crowd.
Huh?
Some people will play everything to see what people react to, and then when they react to it, they stay in it.
No, not only that. So this way, the next DJ coming on will have nothing else to play.
Well, yeah.
But they don't know me and how abstract I think. So when I come on, I'm coming on with a hit, but it might be a 10-year-old hit, and it will be received just as if it was played today, play that time.
It's true.
Another thing, like the some DJs, in there, just behind the set, ain't moving, but ain't jumping. Me on the other hand, no, I jump, but we play. No, I don't behave bad. A girl called me DJ DB, right? I would jump on a table, jump on anything. Because at the end there, I kind of make people feel happy because some people come out feeling sad. So we started all sort of things going through their head. And that little moment, if it could put a smile on somebody, feels like, I feel good, they doing it. So if it can't out, I can't out to get on crazy. Expect me to get on like a ninja.
This one behave so bad.
Expect me to get on like a ninja.
So bad. I mean, he'd be partying with himself, you know?
Yeah, I know. No, trust me.
And you don't be partying.
Yeah.
People feel his vibe.
Yeah.
He just give them his vibe.
Yeah.
And then people partying.
Yeah, I mean, we went to a party.
Don't even wait.
We went to a party 2 years ago. I think it was.
Sugar Lunch.
No, it was. Oh gosh, Rum and Coke's after party. Right?
Oh, yeah, that was.
People were partying, but it had just started, and my man going down, boy, and everybody's
KB was there.
Yeah, you know how Bajans are. Bajans take a little while to warm up to a set. My man was in it from song one.
Sounds like
just stiff, man. Like that. I mean, you know, let's keep it real.
Taco Kings, man.
I'm crazy. She could tell even in studio.
That's how you are?
Well, in studio, that's her how you got in the studio.
I'm stuck with him.
Huh? But you know what's weird? You know what's weird for me? Having my assistant for 5 years interview me. That is weird.
Yeah.
But it's also an honor and a pleasure as well.
And they must thank you for teaching me.
You gotta say thank you.
I must thank you. I remember when a lot of people don't believe in me, Lady Envy did.
Aww.
I remember, this is how me and Lady Envy met. I don't think she remember. I used to literally listen to a particular radio station all the time. I'm not gonna call the name, but a particular radio station all the time. I used to send her like information to read on ear and stuff like that, right? I used to be in love with this lady voice.
Him and 10 other people, but go ahead.
I was this stalker, right? So one day she gave out her BBM pin on ear. I didn't miss it. Damn, I missed that pin. I called back the station and said, yeah, no, what's your pin again? They literally harassed to get the pin, right? So I got the pin at the reference staff and they just started talking.
Blackberry boy.
Huh?
It's a Blackberry boy.
Yeah.
Blackberry is a saver boy. That saved my life. Anyhow, and then after that happened, she messaged me one day on Facebook after sending her information, right? And she said, I want you to come into the particular radio station. I need to talk to you. No, I read the message about nearly 15 times. So talking to me? What you want to know me for? What you do her? I do this, man.
Oh, Lord.
Then it turned to my mom and said, Mom,
call.
You believe that radio don't say the everyone speak to me? I don't know what she called me for.
That's called cotton.
I go up and do nothing wrong. Alright. I go out the station now. Get a cool sweats and thing. Pull up to the station with the car. I go say pace in the floor like, shh. What she can tell me? I go in now, walk into the station. As soon as I get in the station, I talk to the person I doing this. They said, a guy by the name of Shamari outside to me. She called me and I got on the side of the station now. She said, sit down right here. I said, don't let her like
scared. Most people, especially men, they get scared of me.
This lady don't know how much I love her and stuff like that. And it is sweating. They turned and tell her and said, I'm glad to be here. And then she was like, now I call you into I'm looking for an assistant. And they're like, assistant? Go ahead. And I want you to be my assistant. They're like, shh. Well, I paused for like 2 seconds. I'm like, shh, there's a big role. Yeah. You think you can handle this? And she said, yeah, so I want you to come on board. I said, all right, I can do it. And she challenged me the very first thing without there. And she said, you know what? I want Gully Bop and I want Gage. No, that was the Thursday, right, Tayo? I said, don't worry. When I go home, I can make some connections to my Jamaican people. Shout out to Jamaican people, right? So I made connections to Jamaican. When I went home now, I work on this thing and I get the number for Gully Bop. It was the first interview right here in Barbados. We had the first interview.
That's the no teeth man, right?
Yes.
Just checking, age creeping up, you know. Go ahead.
I see the gray hair for you?
Huh?
You don't see the gray hair?
Yeah. I got like 4 up in here. Go ahead.
No, you right. So then, after that happened, I said, well, I get the number for you. And she like, you get Gully Bop number for Joe? I said, not only get the number, but I get the girlfriend number. She asked me, how you do that? I said, don't worry about it. I got you covered. She said, I said at 10:15 on Tuesday, you will have the present. She don't believe me at first. Today present, she called her the girlfriend. She told the girlfriend, I will never forget this question she asked girlfriend. How could you kiss Gully Bop with no teeth?
Oh, shoot.
Yes, I want to know. honey. I want to know how you kiss a man with no two front teeth.
That was he thought. I
Straight talk.
She jumped right
No
in.
filter.
I want her respect, but not earnest, right? The girl, she was well.
She actually answered it.
She answered it. She welcomed the question. She was not like, what's our question? You asked me though. She wasn't like that. She was cool with it. Like, all right, that was one interview. Done. Then they get gauged. And then for that day, every day we had an artist.
That's true. But you know the reason why I chose you though, because you showed me by sending me that information, you was really interested. You know, and I had that time I had been through a number of assistants and interns, and I had probably like 2 people I can honestly say were really good, but because they had other plans for their life, they didn't really have the time to really dedicate, like school and stuff. So I saw how much you really loved radio and your passion for it, and I said, you know what? I remember those when I was passionate about it. I remember the people like Trevor, I forgot his name, but Trevor, I love you, and Rennie Bishop. You know, these are the men who took me under their wing and you know helped me get to where I am today and teach me. You know what I mean? So Trevor Eastman, no, not Trevor Eastman, he's a comedian. Sorry, yeah, I'm gonna find out the name, Trevor somebody. Yeah, so you get me. So I try to pass the baton. I want you to pass that baton too when you doing your thing. You know,
I am his assistant.
Oh, okay.
I mean, training a few people.
Oh, okay.
Once they see that you're genuine, though. Once they see that you're genuine,
yeah,
it would teach them.
Yeah,
If you ain't genuine and just about using me,
yeah,
I got times where slam the door. Shut the door one time.
And let me tell you, I honestly say he was one. VN, I know.
Sean VN?
Yeah, you two were absolutely the best. Loved y'all two. Y'all two were the best. Seriously.
We was also crazy.
Yeah, it's true. They had to put up with my crazy side.
Or especially Marlene's. Oh.
What is? Anywho,
you want to talk about that part?
No, yes. So, what other questions you got for me?
No, you send me guys anything.
Anything.
Oh boy.
Anything. You know my mouth has no filter.
Standing currently.
Cabernet.
You're famous for your topics. In terms of artists. In terms of sex helpers.
Workers.
Oh,
I don't know. I just say helpers. You know.
A helper. Okay.
Maybe who
I know
help
they
me.
were helpers.
Let's put that list. Sex helpers.
Okay.
And in particular. But you kind of stir up heat.
Yeah, with the Muscle Cat interview.
Yeah.
Oh.
Me everybody
Chest hurt.
tune into that particular station that we will not mention.
Chest was hurt.
And wanting to lead to another. Well, a politician question that came in, remember that question? No, I never said this on here. I was because of that. She told me she want Muscle Cat.
Yeah.
No, at first I turned to me, we think this is waste. This is gonna cost so much shit here.
And
are you ready for it?
So
every time you're like, are you ready for anything? My back broad.
Naughty
all right then.
I
don't back down from that.
She said,
ask him.
She was like, my back broad. They can handle anything. And I'm like, you sure? this ain't like New York, you know. This is Barbados. So
right now, anybody would kill for not leaving.
You know,
we can
exactly.
get there.
This is very run.
So then when that happened, I link up Muscle Cat on Instagram. She like nearly every picture on Instagram. I pointed, I said, lady, everyone interview on this particular station XYZ bump. So then we had to go get the phone top up and everything. No, people misunderstood this interview.
No, honey, they didn't misunderstand nothing.
What I know?
What people did, especially some people, they took certain parts of the interview and turned it into a propaganda campaign. That's what they did. Because if you listen to the full interview, and I stand behind this, if you listen to the full interview, you will understand the line of questioning. I would ask her, okay, how many children do you have? How much is your rent? How much is your food bill? You get where I'm coming from?
To figure out way she's doing what
exactly.
she's doing.
How did you get there in the first place? How can we stop other young people from going down that road?
Because she's trying to correct her financial.
Because people gotta eat, people gotta live, and let's be real. I mean, unfortunately, people do things they're not supposed to do. But
we can't call it that because you see,
I'm talking about illegally. I'm talking about illegally. Yeah, I'm talking about illegally. I'm talking about legal stuff. You know what I mean? I'm talking about that road. But my thing is that I didn't appreciate the fact that a lot of people, and especially women, were like, "Why would I want to interview her? Why not interview her?
Yeah,
she's
a person.
Why. She's a woman.
Why did she go to?
Why are you doing this?
It's just interesting.
You get where I'm coming from. So that is the reason why I wanted to have the interview. It wasn't to say, okay, well, let's give her some exposure. No, let's find out why these women are doing what they're doing and how they got into it, so we could stop that line of women and men and the queens and kings. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? From going down that line. I tell you, my mouth ain't got no. Ain't
have no filters tonight. There's no filter. This is not Instagram. Just saying.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting topic. I like all your topics, all the topics that you have. I be in my. But I love the topics that you get. And being I don't have that big back though. But I'm afraid.
She's trying to clip me down when they jump in.
No, hold on. But see, that's just the thing, right? As an American now, remember, I was born and raised in New York, and I also grew up in Montreal as well. That's right, the Bronx, not Brooklyn, the Bronx, and the home of hip hop. And I love my Barbadian people. Yeah, I love them dearly. But y'all are some fearful people.
Yeah, but you see, I can't even say that because I also too shared some. I invest time in New York as well. Mm-hmm. But where I invest time in New York, you had to be careful being sued. So that I still have that mentality. Be careful, sue.
I don't even think about that.
Even your mother could sue you, your sister. So I keep that at the back of me that I don't want to be sued for certain things. But you guys are brave.
Yeah.
No, thank you. But I don't see this being brave. I just seen it as trying to find out more about our society and who we are as a person. That's why I went into history. And I'm a historian now. You know what I mean? That's the Natasha side of me. I'm a genealogist. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Bookworm.
But Beatrice also misunderstood the part when she's trying to say, well, we want to bring you off of these streets and try and get you to go to school. And she literally turned down the offer. She said, well, I can't do it right now. I got all these things going on.
But you don't know what you see, when she says she can't, there might be things that she might not tell you, that she might be embarrassed to say over the air. In certain things, people get really offended by, but they're not going to tell you, but they're going to shut it out.
But the point is, we wanted to let her know that we are here for you, and if you wanted any help in any capacity, we was there, period.
But some people give up. After a certain age, people do give up on education. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
So telling, but people give up.
And after she walk up the station that particular day, wherever she go or wherever go, people will be asking about that interview. People stop me and ask, how could y'all interview a sex
But what's wrong with that?
Look at it now. Look at it now.
Look at other people.
I'm not condemning people, but look at it now. They don't want to hear Master Cat, but they want to hear who?
Not
Barbados.
So...
But times are different. It's because Natty is trying to make a change and she's publicizing her change.
I love it.
Yeah, it's 11.
She's publicizing her change.
But I do want to say one thing though, just going back to the Muscle Cat MC topic. I don't appreciate a certain group of people saying or spreading a rumor that I was fired from a certain place.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Because that arrangement was from July 7th. The Muscle Cat interview happened in August, so that was part of the plan. People think that I was fired from that. That was not the case, and I know the people who spread that rumor, and I don't appreciate it. But anywho, so yes, we can move on.
So you heard it here first, people. Because after that happened, and we have not spoken about it, this is the first.
Yeah, actually, this was the first time I'm talking about it.
This is the first thing she talked about.
Exclusive stories.
I need to say a hi to King Simon, my friend all the way in New York City. Actually, me and King Simon used to be on WWRL together in New York. And big shout out to Brandon, listening to from Cleveland, Ohio. Hi, Brandon.
I didn't realize you work on Paul 105.
Yes.
Where they got the Breakfast Club and Angie Martinez people.
Yes.
And I think they had Wendy Williams one there.
Who?
Wendy Williams.
I don't remember Wendy on that, no.
But you had some big ones in there. How was it like working on that station?
Well, I was working with Ed Love of the Morning Show. And my job was really, whatever TOK, Elephant Man, Lady Soul, whoever was in town, my job was to schedule the interview. Like what I did, what you did for me, I did for them. For Ed Love, Moni Love, and the rest. Yeah. So that was fun. It was fun.
That's cool.
That was definitely fun.
That's cool. I'm going to go in your suitcase, so.
Huh?
I'm going to go in your suitcase.
Not a problem.
I don't think that. You're not food for both of you. Call your dog. How the dog doing with the baby?
Oh, my baby?
Yeah.
Whitey is doing wonderful.
You got baby bills?
We have to share. We gonna have to share
You're
her.
not little big, so you're
We gonna have to share her.
Yeah, I mean.
All right.
But I have
She's going to Africa, you know.
Yes, I'm going in 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
So you can fly her and take the boss and take the day
I
off.
can't keep up with you.
Well, I'm going to Africa to do. I'm actually going to Ghana, Togo, Benin. I might end up in also Burkina Faso. I'm going.
Pronounces were so good.
She's trying to make it pronounce them too.
I'm going to. Yeah, I remember time I tried to teach you the map of Africa. Anywho, right. So I'm going as a historian, and I'm trying to find my PhD topic because I just finished my master's in history. So I'm going to follow the slave route. Mm-hmm. I'm also going to be meeting a number of queen mothers and kings of different ethnic societies. You know, like the Shantis and the Fanti. I'm also going to be doing some research on ancient African kingdoms like the Homi and the Fanti, the Akan clan, and the such. So
right now I'm working also on a project too, Africa, but mine is more crop overy.
Oh, well, if you need help, let me know.
I need some help.
I
need some help.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I actually traced my family back to 1751, Margaret.
Tell me African ancestry way better than ancestry.
Yeah.
I'm researching the Mali tribe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about them?
About, like when they
Sometimes
like what they when they put on that headdress and everything, the clothing and everything, I'm going to build their outfit.
Nice.
Lines,
right?
Nice.
Yeah.
African ancestry leads you back to, like, you said 17 somewhere? You went
Oh, no, that was my own work as a genealogist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need African
So wait, you say you
where
as a historian.
Oh, I don't know. I just as far back as I've been able to go because I've been.
Where was that then? 17?
In Barbados. In Barbados. Yeah, she was a Margaret was.
Not that far back.
I know, but Margaret was the sixth generation grandmother I found.
Okay.
But I had to put that down. Well, that's another reason why I'm here too, because I need to pick it back up. I want to see if I can trace it back to Africa, which is really hard to do.
But African ancestry doesn't, but
I got problems with that, and the reason why I have problems with that, you're not from one particular tribe, or I don't even say tribe, but from family.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you might be, say, 58% Wolof or Yoruba, Akan.
But that doesn't show you where you actually...
Exactly, and if you're Akan, okay, what part of Akan? Are you Fanti? Are you Ashanti? What are you? You get me? So, yeah.
We got to Chris Vibe when he's loving the interview.
Thank you. Hi, Chris.
He's a member right here on
Hey, Martin.
Hey, Chris.
Martin's also watching, and Greg.
I really gotta learn my African roots. So learn that my real name is actually from West Africa.
Okay.
It makes me develop on it. I won't give out my real name.
I want to learn some stuff because my mom's speaking Creole and we have a background of it, but I have never touched up on it because they always speak for me not to understand what they're saying. But this time I would like to.
You'd be surprised. A lot of the words we use actually are actual words in West Africa.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
One is an actual word.
Wanna? Yeah.
Wanna?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Wanna means family. Yeah.
Well, that would be correct though. Wanna?
Exactly. And that's the thing I wish my young people would really embrace. They think unfortunately you still have a lot of people, black people especially, they think Africa, they think backwards, and that's so far from
They're not
the
backwards.
truth. I know that's what I'm saying, what some people think, unfortunately. And if they really knew their history, Africa was much more sophisticated and much more civilized.
I think it's what people advertise, because when I follow Africa and I love African music, I love African beats. I actually play them. I love it. And there are some songs out there that I use and I play. People are like, where you get that from? And I'm like, that's from Africa. Like, what? And when you see the music video, like I can actually say some of the words too and sing some of the words like dekele, unse dekele, ale, kukare.
But do you know what it means?
Kukare, yeah. I take the money, yo. Sangale. So like, and I actually got like the chance to meet some of these artists in Trinidad, and people actually don't know who they are, and they're walking about the street like normally people don't know because they look. Obviously, everyone looks the same. They're dressed the same as us. People have this thing in their head: an African is going to wear African tribe clothes, and they don't know how far ahead. But if you see those music videos are off the chain.
But I love that people embrace African culture. For example, if I'm correct, French Montana did a music video down in Africa.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! That's why I fell in love with that.
What?
Yeah, he is.
I think, was it Uganda?
I think so,
He
yeah.
did in Uganda, but he's from Morocco.
Who?
People need to look at the way that they dance.
You know
They're so
French.
good.
You know French Montana's from my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Castle
Okay.
Hill.
DVD man.
Yeah, Castle Hill. I live in Parkchester. Parkchester is not too far from Castle Hill.
Okay.
French was a DVD man.
Yeah, yeah. But I actually talking about not Morocco. Okay, I got a question for all y'all.
Yeah.
Where in Africa do you think Barbadians derive from in terms of, our ancestors?
I heard Ghana and I heard Nigeria.
I think Nigeria.
Nigeria?
I heard Ghana.
What was the question again?
But when they look at faces, it looks like a little bit of. I see some people.
Nigeria because of the
Nigerian,
women.
But I see more like Ghana.
Ghana?
For me, the women here in Barbados, like the big madams, they remind me of the Nigerians.
So I would say we were probably a good mixture of people from Togo, Senegal, Gambia.
Yeah, Senegal.
Senegambia. We're a good mixture.
Okay.
But what a lot of people don't know, and actually this is the first time I'm actually saying this live anywhere, because this is part of my research I'm going to be doing in Africa as well, is the fact that by I think mid 1700s, no, it was 1670, I can't remember, half of the enslaved population came from, Madagascar.
Interesting. But
Madagascar.
question: Are you only doing stuff for Barbados or for the
Yes,
Caribbean?
I know. I'm looking specifically at Barbados.
That might not thing for
Wait,
me.
what?
'Cause my parents, they're Lucians.
Okay, but even so, what happened with the Madagascar?
Slave trade, right?
So you need to, yeah.
So what happened with Madagascar slave trade? Jamaica and Barbados were the first two to really get the enslaved people from Madagascar. I think they stopped bringing in people from Madagascar probably by the late 1700s, 1800. Then you realize they started going to more south, like the southern part of America, like Alabama, because there's people down there with Madagascar roots, and the rest of the Caribbean as well. So there's very good possibility that that your family may have Madagascan roots.
My family,
You don't know. But okay.
I tried to go and trace, and it was a never ending story.
But no, I want you to also understand too, right? During the time of enslavement, right, you had a mixture of people. So like Barbados at one point, I would say was an anthropod. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, where they would they would send other enslaved people to South America in exchange for Spanish bullion or Spanish gold. You get where I'm coming from.
Interesting.
So and the same thing. Well, I don't think is as much as with the Caribbean, other Caribbean islands. So Jamaica, for example, was one, and Barbados to a certain extent. Because Spanish gold was popular. That's what they used as currency. So they would exchange or sell enslaved people for the Spanish gold. So when you say you're from St. Lucia, you don't know where your family's from. It could be well mixed up from Africa.
But like I said, my family speak Creole, so a good set of them. I actually know where, because they still from Africa, and there's still some of them that are still.
Has a Creole culture too, so you could literally just go into that.
No, there's an African. There's. I'm talking about the language itself.
Oh, okay.
Right, and I will not disclose some stuff, but I mean. I've seen certain things that they've done. I've heard certain things, and I understand. I understand certain stuff, but I realize that we should look back and research.
Yes, your history.
Because it should explain how well you are in music, how well you are in art. People want to know how you get these talents, but check your ancestry.
I do believe in genetic memory. I do believe in that.
Yeah, check your ancestry line.
I would like to explore the sound of Asian music through history. I know a lot of places have a distinct sound, but we don't. The most distinct sound that we have is Bachman soul.
Yeah.
Right when I hear African music, I just feel like if I know it already.
Yeah.
I just feel like if I hear it already, and I just like, I love it.
Some of it, at least.
I love it.
That's what DNA. As a genealogist, she could probably tell you that DNA stores information.
Yes.
At least some of that music you probably do know.
Yeah.
In
some way. Soca to the world.
So that's right. So you have any more to say, Lady M, before we...
You got anything else to ask me?
Well, Charnay, I can let you ask for rest, right?
She know I love her. She can tell me anything. What would you like to
And
say?
then she got enough love to share.
You gotta listen.
I love to see. Sorry, this might sound feminist, but I just love to see women on top of their game.
It's not feminist. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I hate that.
I don't know. People want to say that. I always support females that are up there, but honestly, when I see a female in the same thing that I'm doing and achieving and are on top of the game, I'm happy.
Alright, guess how long she been in the street?
For a very long time.
Put a number to it, baby. Put a number to it.
Well, she looks young now, and she said that she started from she was, she had to get permission.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You still didn't give me the number.
No.
Bush.
20 years.
Close. 20 what?
You know her age.
I didn't say her age. I said how
I
long
have
she in
to
the industry.
subtract
Yeah, but
it.
I will tell y'all. Actually, I was working it out on my way here. I've been in the music industry for 31 years.
What?
And I've been in broadcasting maybe, I don't know, 28 years.
So what my question is, and I like to ask this question, what does it take to be a female in your industry? What are some of the stuff that women should, what advice would you give to women that want to go into the same industry?
Push. Just push.
Just
push. Don't allow other people's ideology, what they think about you, to become your reality. Period. And that's something I had to learn as well. But don't take no nonsense from anybody. If it's something you want, get it.
Go get
and
it.
I've always said, if you can't go through the front door, there's the side door. There's the back door. You can dig on the ground. Do something. You know what I mean? And sometimes things may not happen for you right there and then. But at some point, some door has to open. And I think what happens is a lot of people tend to give up too early. And as I've gotten older, I have realized now the power of my own energy. To the point now, if I want something, all I got to do is think about it. Period. And it ain't going to happen.